There's no question that we are in the middle of a revolution in autonomous vehicles and autonomous machines and intelligent machines in general. But why is this happening right now? In the mid-1990s, when I started working at BYU, there were 4 technologies that had recently been introduced to the commercial market that would have significant influence on robotics and that would enable the current boom in autonomous and intelligent systems. The first of these technologies is the Global Positioning System, or GPS. The GPS system was developed during the 1970s, primarily for the military. The first commercially available GPS receiver appeared on the market in 1989. The full constellation of 27 GPS satellites became fully operational in 1993, and selective availability, which artificially degraded the quality of GPS, was discontinued in 2000. GPS is an essential technology for autonomous systems since it allows vehicles to know where they are on the Earth and to plan and execute maneuvers relative to their location. The second enabling technology was the development of MEMS, gyros, and accelerometers. A gyroscope is a sensor that measures angular velocity, and an accelerometer is a sensor that measures acceleration. Gyroscopes and accelerometers are necessary to enable stable autonomous flight of traditional fixed-wing aircraft, helicopters, missiles, and satellites. Gyroscopes and accelerometers were developed and have been widely used in the aerospace systems since before World War II. However, traditional gyroscopes and accelerometers are designed using mechanical parts that, while highly accurate, are heavy and very expensive. For example, high-end accelerometers and gyroscopes cost tens of thousands of dollars, and high-end accelerometers and gyroscopes used on intercontinental ballistic missiles can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars and may weigh many pounds. So before self-driving cars become a reality, there are many issues that need to be resolved. For example, legal issues. Who is responsible when there is a serious accident? Is it the passenger or the owner of the vehicle? Is it the manufacturer or the software engineer? There are also ethical issues that need to be addressed. For example, if the brakes go out in a self-driving car and there's a choice to either run into a barrier that will likely kill the driver or turn into pedestrian traffic, potentially killing many pedestrians, how should that choice be made? At the moment, we trust human drivers to make split-second decisions in those cases. And if you think about it, that is a very scary thought. However, with self-driving cars, we write algorithms that make those decisions. And the algorithms are developed well before the scenarios are encountered. So what is the right answer? Would you buy a car that you knew was programmed to save the most lives possible, even if it was at the expense of you, the driver? Another issue that needs to be addressed is air traffic management. Self-flying cars add a whole new dimension to safely managing the airspace that is not well suited to our current model of air traffic controllers, sitting in towers at airports. Should self-driving cars be allowed to fly anywhere, or do we maintain the notion of roadways or flight corridors? There are also serious technical challenges that need to be addressed, including autonomous sense and avoid algorithms that maintain the safety of our airspace. Having said all of that, and recognizing that prediction is hard, especially about the future, this slide shows my guess at a possible timeline for self-driving and self-flying cars. If I'm right, 5 years from now, those with a lot of money will be able to purchase a self-flying recreational vehicle. There will also be limited self-flying taxis in large cities, but likely outside of the US because of regulatory issues. In addition, we will see limited drone delivery from companies like Amazon. 10 years from now, level 4 autonomy. Right now, the Tesla Autopilot is really a level 3 autonomy system. So level 4 autonomy will likely be a standard option on many cars. Drone delivery will be commonplace. Self-flying taxis will be introduced in major urban areas. And we will begin to see commercially available self-flying cars, but probably outside of the US, again for regulatory issues. 15 years from now, there will likely be a strong transition away from car ownership as self-driving taxis become ubiquitous. This is already happening in large cities where millennials take Uber and Lyft. Self-driving taxis will also become, or self-flying taxis will also become commonplace. 20 years from now, self-flying taxis and self-driving cars will likely be an accepted part of the transportation infrastructure, and self-flying cars will likely be available for purchase at prices that may be affordable for the masses. Having said that, I do want to say that in most cases, the progress has come line upon line, precept upon precept. The Book of Mormon teaches that the Lord works by means to bring about his great and eternal purposes, and that by small and simple means are great things brought to pass. If that is true with spiritual things, it is certainly true with technical research. The progress is slow. However, if we work at it, paying the price to understand the technical issues at a deep level, the help of the Lord will come. I distinctly remember a time soon after I started my career at BYU when I was feeling discouraged and was wondering if I could be successful in academia. I remember pleading with the Lord for help and for guidance, explaining that I wanted to do impactful work that would be a blessing to students and that would bring honor to BYU and to the church. That prayer was not answered immediately, but I decided to follow President Hinckley's advice to get off my knees and go to work. As I look back over the past 22 years, I can see clearly the hand of the Lord in my career. And there is no doubt in my mind that that prayer offered many years ago has been answered, and to a degree that I could not have imagined at the time. You too, have great things to do. Our society is facing many daunting challenges, and the world needs hardworking individuals with technical expertise who are also in a position to receive the direction and the guidance that the Lord is able and is willing to give. You can be one of those individuals. Plead with heaven for help in school, that you might be prepared for your future career. When you are in those careers, plead with heaven for help, and then go to work and do your best. In that process, I'm confident that help will come. And as President Benson promised, the Lord will make more of your life than you could make of it by yourself.
This forum address with Randall Beard was given on May 22, 2018.